I didn't need to do ghosts for this. I can just do it for realsies. So we're going to have yellow, blue, red. And I'm just going to set up a line like this, where we've got something just quickly making gears and just feeding it on there on the far side. Like that. Like that. Actually, I guess you just need one to output and you need two to pull in, but that's going to be okay. So yeah, you're just going to go ahead and gear up, which means that on the near side, I need to go and move this and do this and do this and drop you in there. And we'll get the connections built in a second here, because you're going to be doing this, this, that. I think one of these doesn't need green circuits, but... And we need more power poles. Do I have the means to produce more? I need wood. Hey! Time to go chop some trees. Train artillery. Yeah, I agree. Grenades should come sooner. It's not like grenades are that handy in actual combat. It just makes tree clearing so much more manageable. Don't you want to belt inserters? And no. We don't belt the inserters and the belts for the green signs. We just make them in place. Because there's no reason to have that stuff on the bus. Okay, that's tons. Let's get a little factory down here. We're gonna make the wood. Oh, there's no power there. I guess it would go shotgun, grenades, artillery, bots, nukes, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can shotgun the trees fairly early, and we may just have to rely on that. Is it Bob's Mod that has a tree factory you can grow an infinite amount of wood? Yeah, there's a few, actually. You need it in Bob's because you actually need a consistent wood input for some things. May as well go ahead and just do all of it right now. Flamethrower is good against dense woods if you have time to wait. Yeah, the problem I always hate with the flame stuff is that a lot of times there's a bunch of trees that end up standing. They're just stumps or whatever, but it's still there. I don't know. So you still end up having to manually chop. Or maybe you can keep burning them, I don't know. Alright. Power is going to go there, there, and there. Yeah, you don't actually need the green circuits. I was like, I'm pretty sure one of them doesn't. So you're going to do that, and then in the box. And in the box. And there, and there. And limit you to one stack. And shift, click, click, click to copy that. And the very first thing we'll do is we're going to use our blue inserters to help make inserters faster. I don't think all these need it. You do, though. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. And I just sort of end up using blues for basically everything later. Yeah, the yellows need a little less material, and they also have less energy costs. So if you know you don't need a blue, then there you go. But done. Okay. We actually have lots of yellow inserters here. I'm just going to go ahead and, like, drops. Okay, that's not exactly what I meant to do, but I guess that's okay. Take back some of you. There we are. And some blues, and some reds. Whew! Okay, and we're still making blue factories over here, so we've got lots of those. So yeah, this is temporary. This is basically permanent. We'll just remind ourselves that we've got the belts here, and we know for now the inserters are over here too. Blues and reds are the only way to go. Yellow's so slow. But again, like, a lot of things take, like, some things even take multiple seconds to operate, so you really don't need anything but a yellow for those. Science? Science. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase our green circuit production over here. Let's grab some more splitters, some more undergrounds, and I still got a bunch of belts in my inventory. I got a fair amount. Let's grab some more over here. And actually, bluing this up is going to be another thing. Yeah, you're mostly going to be restricted based on inputs and things like that. We'll have to up that production soon too. But yes, I think we're okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double link this. Like that. Doom, doom, doom. Copy. So it's shift right click and shift left click allows you to like copy these production instructions, which is awfully nice. This is another place that can benefit from blue inserters. The wire outputs, I think ultimately just whatever, just blue all of them. I'm just blue myself. Done, 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 done. Nope, not there. There. Thank you. And power, which actually I can go and collect some more soon. We actually do need one in each one of these little nooks, which is kind of annoying. But with the wooden ones, we can't quite get everything. Let's grab a bunch of these electric poles. It's still not an infinite amount, but it's better. Okay, that'll do us for a little longer. I may want to do the other side, but before we do that, I'm going to go and get the balancer here. Now, I got a reference, Factorio balancer, because we've had tons of arguments and debates about the best one. We did a bunch of scientific tests, which is interesting. We did find one that was more minimal as long as the inputs or the outputs were balanced, which was always kind of fun. But what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we get the 4x4 exactly right here. And for that, we need the 2 on the end here. We don't need another one to balance this, which is the thing that's always like slightly confusing. I think we need 3 gaps there. Normally I build it from the front, but I want to align it to the bottom. Nope, that's too much. There we go, like that. So we go from here to there, from here to there. Chuk, 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 chuk. Actually, some of that could have been stayed there. That would have been okay. And from here we go like that and like that. And we've got 2 that go in straight there. That's straight, that's straight, that's straight, that's straight. And then we bend like that, and like that, and like that. Okay, and we can add that to our blueprint book. So new blueprint. I'll just call it like a 4x4, like this, and it'll be fine. And we'll, it doesn't actually go in my blueprint book, so I've got to grab it from my inventory here and drop it in my library. And then we can make an actual book and organize these things later on. So that's good. So let's go and make this work properly. So we want here, 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 here. And yeah, these structures will sort of cause things to shift more to one side of the quad belt than others, but that's okay. All right, but clearly not enough input over here. So you're actually going to be going to this side of things. Like that is what you're going to do. So, and I think here what we need is we just need a bunch more miners. How are we doing on power? Electricity's still good. Oh, we're nearly there, though. Yeah, satisfaction is occasionally ticking negative. I will go and build up the mining area, but what's going to happen? I missed a balancer? No. I overrode it with a belt? No. You want the set of 3 at the input. You want 1 in the middle, and then you just need 2 at the end. You don't need an extra one of these at the end. Not the balancer, the splitty. Oh, the splitty offy. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not used to that happening. That's new in 16, where you can override the splitter, which is a good change, but yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop down the other miners over here. I still got a constructor on me, and I've got a fair amount of material. Yeah, because we're going to need to go and build a bunch of more stuff. So we're going to need a bunch of steam engines. Yeah, you just go nuts. It's going to be okay. And we'll clearly need to do a little bit of a balance there too, but that's going to be... this is fine, although I didn't realize we'd start at the top there. I would have just kept it going just to not have that gap. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Either way you get, one of them is not placed quite maybe as optimally as you want. It overhangs on the bottom, or it overhangs at the top, or you got a little gap like that. Like this one didn't have to go that far up that way. So these are going to use a lot of power, so we'll definitely be going into negative power by doing this. That's fine. That is not going to remain that way. We're going to have to go and do some load balancing ASAP. So you're going to come around this way, and then from here... I mean, it's not going to be much in the way of load balancing. What it's going to be is this. And like that. And I will probably keep these both going this way. Now, I'm going to build up this second layer of smelters, which is where that's going to come into play soon. But for now, this is going to be okay. And I mean, we could do a 4x4 balancer and things. Oh, this one's all done. Boom. But that's going to be okay. So now the bottleneck is actually going to be the lack of electricity. So, got a bunch of you. We will then need some boilers. I have no idea what kind of ratio we're producing here. That's one of the things about handcrafting those, is it's a lot easier for me to keep track of like how many boilers to engines I've made. But gonna throw more miners in the front row. That's true too. Although we're still constrained by power right now. Do I need another one here? No, I do not. Boom, done. You can see these, like, the animation's a little jerky for them. It's because they're not playing at the maximum rate that they could. We're now actually getting to red power. So you can see, because of the way this is built, we don't really have room to expand that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip it apart, and we're going to build power over here, going out towards the left. The left, which I realize, I think because of the way the webcam is mirrored, or maybe not mirrored, you guys are seeing me as nodding the other way, but that's okay. I don't actually need to clear these trees. I need to clear these, although perhaps not right away. Let me go and take this apart. Thunk, thunk. We're going to move these first so they don't put things all over the ground. And so everything's going to come to a screeching halt here. So you're going to go here. And with my boilers, I'm going to want them facing that way so that it's easy to build some stuff into them. Oh! I'll go like this. I know there's sort of an odd man out there, but that's okay. And you go there. How are those trees not in the way to put down the boilers? But okay. We'll need this for the engines, but that's fine. Okay. Now, engine-wise, yeah, I don't have enough to complete all this, but that's okay. I say, sometimes the music in this game is really nice. Sort of reminds me of some of the nice bits of Stellaris. I do have some of these pipes. And the reason for these gaps here is because that becomes a great place for us to run power so that our inserters can be grabbing stuff off the belt. So you're going to go that way, that way. And you're going to be grabbing from there once you've actually got stuff. And like that. And just to kickstart things, have you some coal. We are going to have to make sure we've got a power line that reaches the second row, like that, and like that, and like that. Got some power, just enough to run this, so that these things can scoop up some more stuff and keep these things filled. Why not burner inserters? So there's a lot of back and forth with the burner inserters. They're technically less efficient. They are nice because if you do get a power shortage, then you don't have to worry about the system collapsing. Mostly right now it's because I sort of don't want to manage having something build me burner inserters, since I'm not hand building things. So we're just going to have that. But burner inserters are less efficient, but have a bit of a safety feature sometimes. Maybe it helps if this were actually plugged into the rest of my power grid. Like so. Good stuff. Now, do I have more miners? Yes, I do. That's right. I built lots of them. Still suspect that we're creating enough coal to keep things running right now, but if we are, it's probably in the just barely realm. And at some point you run out of coal and you don't have the power and everything goes to poop. Turns out you don't want things going to poop in your factory. Unless you're working on like a biofuel something or other. But you need mods for that. That reaches that, which is fine. Yeah, we're just going to have you go and cut in over there. So it's not a fully saturated line. But I'm fairly confident that this is now, once again, tons. And actual production is good. Very good, in fact. Okay. We still need to go and finish that because it looks stupid right now, but that's okay. Use one burner inserter in the first engine for a backup. That's a pretty good idea. Do I want to... I think I'm just going to get rid of this. Well, you know what? Because we got this... Actually, I kind of like the idea of the redundancy over here. There we go. All right, tell you what. I will agree with that. Let's get one burner inserter. Boom, just the one. And we will use that right here as a backup. In case the power dies. Well, the nice thing about the burner inserters is the first thing they do is they fill themselves up with coal. And actually, I could go and like... Or they don't fill themselves, but they give themselves a unit of coal. But I'll go and like overkill it so that they have a backup of stuff to keep this going. So if we do get a power outage, this one can still keep trickling it in. It'll go super slow, but it's something. Bring on the biters and spitters. So, we haven't seen any yet. It doesn't mean... And, pollution. Pollution's reaching surprisingly far out north over here. I mean, on the left we do have a border of trees, which is part of it. There's also, I think, is wind a thing? General currents? It might be nice to find out if we've got any one at the top there. Getting started on the military science would be nice. Getting started on the science in general soon would be nice. You are not actually functional. So let's go ahead and get you rocking and rolling here. Okay, we don't need a ton of copper early. But certainly, we can put that to good use. Like that. So we have twice as much iron as copper, and this is not going to be enough iron. We got fully saturated over here. We could start on the next one. I'm kind of tempted to do so. Yeah, I think it's going to be important for us to go and get more of this going on. Did I literally have exactly enough smelters to finish this? And not a single one more? Wow. Alright, I mean, that's fine. Are you red? Oh, because you're not getting enough resources down here. That's despite being full here. It comes in sometimes. And there's going to be some idleness for some of these as well at some point, so it's going to be okay. Alright, you can go and make some more of these. I made boilers. Oh, that's right. And those were already down. I was thinking I finished this area, but all these furnaces were already down, weren't they? That's what it was. We are going to be short one here, but that's okay. Boop. There you go. The coal must flow. It'll be nice to get bots to quickly assemble this together later on. People who are a little bit more dexterous with the mouse can do sort of both sides at the same time, but I never go in a straight line, so it's bad. Do I have enough vision to I don't have enough vision to grab more of these, but I guess that's going to have to be okay. At least we can get you a little bit started.
It's
We need
whiskey
more
and
power lines,
chocolate.
too. It's whiskey and chocolate! Music's kind of terrifying. Yeah, it is. It is a little bit. It's a little creepy. What's that? Oh, Beal, I missed you. Oh, no. I did miss that earlier because I think it was below the threshold. Remember, you can prioritize belts and balance them with new features of the balancers now. Wait. You mean, okay, so a lot of times when people say balancer, they actually mean splitter. That is new to me. Really? Oh, wow. Built into the game, cool. GB Nate says, which balancer layout do you think Thanos uses? Well, clearly a 50-50 split. Answering that question was a snap. Too soon? Trying to keep it vague enough that, you know, spoilers and whatnot. Na. New splitter functionality, awesome. Since 0.16.25. Splitters can sort belts now. That's gonna help when you got like when you've got a mining patch that's got a mix of a couple of different resources. To have them sort of auto sort themselves would be lovely. Never too soon for puns. All right, what am I doing? Power lines. I got the power. I do have the power, I just need to distribute places. All right, I'd like to clean up some of this mess. Well, part of the mess is gonna sort of stay until we're done with this. I guess we don't care about the belt stuff anymore. That can go away completely. No, you can, don't put gears down. Same thing here. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I guess we still need some gear coming in for dem things. Although, I've got a ton of factories now. I'm probably good on factories for a good time, and I can always set up another one of these little ad hoc factory producers, should the need, and I don't need this. Excellent. Yeah, we can completely get rid of this. I need a new mining pick. Which means I need that. Let's go get 1, 2. There you go. Make me a couple of those. Thank you. So I don't need any of this. I'll have an inventory full of gears, but that's okay. When we do some in-place production, it'll be ready to go. And I can clean up this mess. It served its purpose well, though. We can get back a bunch of these undergrounds, too. And they're not hurting anything by being there, but less efficient. Just going to clean it up this way. I mean, I guess that was actually kind of dumb, because I'm just going to have to rebuild this now anyway. Boom. Grab this with the power lines. Excellent. Playing Aurora Forex while watching Factorio, good times. I do want to play Aurora again, but it just I get so frustrated by some of the slowdowns and like, I do want to play it again though. And the thing is, even if the C# version of Aurora came out like tomorrow, it would still probably be like a super early version that doesn't have everything. I don't know. So this one over here, we'll go ahead and do a little scooch of that into there. This one's, again, very temporary setup, so it's not a big deal. We'll grab some more yellows, some more blues. So we'll top ourselves up on reds as well, just to make sure, and that's going to be okay. Okay, science production. I'm wondering about doing the science production down here. For the red and green, that's going to be more than enough space to just get started and get everything running like forever. It's going to be fine. Let's do a little balancer over here. The thing is, as long as I start the balancer from the entry end, I've got it, like, just fine. It's when I have to start from the exit end that I'm always like, wait, how do I do this? It's like trying to say the alphabet backwards. Saying the alphabet backwards is hard. Boom, 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 like that. Excellent. And while we don't have that much production and demand right now, this is mostly just going to be like a really big storage for green circuits right now. Excellent. Okay. So I don't remember all of our ratios for the final sort of inputs here. I guess we're going to need you. And your production's kind of weird. If we want you to produce labs for us, yeah, see, you're like very odd, but I can just go ahead and do something like that. Build me. Wow, you need a lot of gears. So some labs. So if I recall correctly, the red science produces at a rate of 1 every 5 seconds. Like if we had 5 of them, then that's 1 per second. So let's assume I'm going to want to go and double up on that. So 2 per second. Okay. I mean, as a base, there's like multipliers and stuff based on what kind of industry you're using. And I want to put it on one side over here. So you're going to be the reds. Now the greens, I think you need 6 per second. So we're going to need 12. That's 5, 6. I guess I can just go the same length and then add 2 more. That's going to be okay. Copy, paste all the way down the line. So we'll end up with 1 on each side. That's going to be okay. And they produce slowly enough that, again, we can just use green or yellows for this. No need blues for the outputs. Now, hopefully I've left myself enough room for everything, but I actually think that's going to be fine. So you just need gears. Now, each one of these... Okay, so I just need 2 gears per second. And if I recall correctly, 1 cycle of gear is a half second. You get 1 gear every half second, so one of these is going to be all we need to power all of that. So we'll need a blue for this, and you will need some iron coming in this way, which actually may reshape for some stuff over here. Or more likely it might just feed into some more stuff. That's okay. And you'll need that. Actually, because you need to grab 4 iron plates, so we need a double grabber, don't we? To grab at maximum rate. I think that might be true. I might be lying to myself. Don't math on TV. It's bad for your health and sanity. Dun dun dun. You are going to offload from here. That looks right. Go down. Under. To there. Sanity's overrated. Sanity's in rare supply sometimes. So you're going to come here. This goes like this, actually. And then you end up with a little autosave. And then we've got this, and you go down this way. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're going to come around this way. Like that, and like that. Hopefully that's all enough input, and I think it will be. You need to... Oh yeah, it's 5-second production. You need to swing twice in that 5 seconds. So again, yellows are going to be more than enough to get that. Boom, 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 boom. We haven't had science running for a while, but we haven't needed to be running for a while. Quill's philosophy was don't math with Factorio without a spreadsheet. Some of them for sure. This one's easy enough. And worst case scenario, I just like overkill it. I'm like, I don't know how many gears we need. I'll build 4 gear assemblers. So some of them sit idle. Who cares? Oh yeah, that covers the red. Now for the green, we need a little bit more because we need transport belts and whatever. Each one of these just needs 1 of each. So we need to produce 2 per second of each one of these. You produce a transport belt. You produce 2 every 5 seconds. So that's twice as quickly as we need. You know what's a good idea at this point is I think it's going to be to make a hard save. Also, out of super curiosity, we'll leave it. I still don't want to hit the button. It's just going to jinx everything. So if I just get you to do this. and do this, that's going to dump 1 per second or 2 per second onto this, which is all we need. Good. And then for over here, same thing, we need 2 per second. You produce 2 per second by itself. So that's all we need for that and that. Now, these have some subcomponents, which includes gears. Oops. I was kind of hoping to be able to just feed directly from one into the other. But I can probably... just do something like this with gears, right? That's all you need, and then you produce. Okay. Chunk, 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 chunk. You are the same thing, but you also need green circuits. And this is not going to look particularly sexy, but this is all working just fine. You know, we'll keep going at maximum rate. You're going to do that. And then you're going to output that way. And then from here,